And now, our next winner is Arjun Arora. He is a 10th grader at Enloe High School. His poem, Within and Without, is written in free verse. He says, in nature, things seem to happen as a repetition of actions simply occurring alongside an endless move forward. In his poem, this idea is a metaphor that furthers the notion that time cannot be shifted or altered, and people should allow love and relationships to unfold in the manner they are meant to.
Thank you. Stop. Stop staring at that one bright star, close to the moon, wondering where you are. Stop. Stop counting all those rings, aging inside the tree, wondering what your future brings. So don't tell me how many spins it takes the earth to get right back around the sun, because for you, it takes just one to get through to me. And don't tell me how long it takes for a wave to cross the ocean, because these events were set in motion a long time ago. Now, the tide just ebbs and flows. Where does your love go? Where does your mind go? Where do the waves go? Do they just drift in and out? Drifting within and without. Drifting within and without. Drifting within and without. Drifting within and without. So don't try and move the earth for me. And don't tell me the worth in saying things your way. Because one day, you'll drift by and meet me here. Thank you.
This is why our judges had such a hard job. Yeah. Amazing poems. Wouldn't Ross be so happy?
Yes.
Now I'm going to show
While you're doing that, let me just make a little reference to the adult.
yes, please.
This poem was written by a teacher in the eastern part of the state after she challenged all of her students to write a poem, and none of them would write the poem. So she said, okay, I'll show you, I'll write the poem. And so she submitted a poem to us, and you're about to, she couldn't be here today, but you're about to hear her read that poem for us. Maybe. It's always a maybe. I'll read it.
So she was kind enough, because she couldn't be here, to send us this video.
My name is Caleb French, and I'm the ELA online facilitator for Pender High School, and I will be sharing with you today my ballad, Bioluminescent Bay. Bioluminescent Bay. In the still of the night, down a winding trail, the jeep cut through the path to where a clearing was unveiled. Pitch dark was the night, the moon shone bright in the sky, water lapped at the shore, began straying with my eye. Only in my shadow cast could I barely begin to see tiny luminescent glow from the rippled water leading me. A kayak would take us just beyond the water's edge into the bay over near the mangrove edge. The magical glow that surrounded the boat, blue, bright, and illuminating all around. Fish beneath, glowing darts swimming away, left with the warm breeze, the only sound. The wind blowing softly through those mangrove trees, the warm tropical breeze, smelling ever so sweet. The oars cutting through water, the bright blue glow, unbelievable and indescribable, such a retreat. Like a magical place hidden and tucked away, the phosphorescent light illuminated the sea. Unreal and enchanting, lost in a dream, I'd escaped reality. It was just the sea and me. unimaginable how freeing nature can be. We easily become lost in such a place. It's hard to accept what nature can bring, even when it's right in front of our face.
Okay, well, Miss Kayla French will be receiving her award in the mail. But we're very happy that she entered anyway. Well, I told you we had 78 entries. Well, there was one entry that touched us so much. And of course, you know that we had 4 categories, and we've already had our 4 winners in those categories. But when our judges looked at this particular poem, they decided that this young lady deserves some special recognition. And so now I'm so proud to invite Miss Lillian Jackson, age 6, to come forward. She's 5. Well, so sorry. She's 5.
She likes that.
Lillian is in kindergarten. Come and stand right here. Right here. I'm gonna let you read in just a second. Okay. She's in kindergarten at Jones Dairy Elementary School in Wake Forest. Her mother says that she's a happy child, that she loves to sing, and once she realized that a poem is a type of song, that this activity just came naturally. And Lillian said, I love all the seasons. There's different weather in each one, and all the holidays are so much fun. So we decided that we wanted to give Lillian the Special Creativity Award. And we're going to ask her to sing or read her poem, Season Song.
Season song. Winter, winter, snow is falling. Winter, winter, the snow is coming. Spring, sweet, the flowers are growing. Spring, sweet, the sheep is flying. Summer, summer, time for the ocean. Summer, summer, flowers are bursting. Fall, fall, we are going. Go, Pally. Fall, fall, the leaves are decaying. Winter, spring, summer, fall, they show up when I call. Winter, spring, summer, fall, I need them all.
I want to show you, and her mother actually has the original here. But this was, I had to get it down where I could print it out. But I think it was like tabletop size or something. But anyway, is that not gorgeous? And so, that ends our presentation part of the evening, and I believe Randy has some closing remarks and perhaps some others. Thank you very much.
Well, you can see how excited we were and how heartwarming it was for us to read 78 beautiful poems from across the state. And it was also so heartwarming and loving to know that people from across the state of North Carolina now knew something about Ross Andrews, our friend. Someone that felt that children and young people and adults really did need to have a renewed connection to the earth. And it's through poetry that can happen. I wasn't a poet. I like to write, and I like to write sentences and essays and things, but I was not a poet. But Ross sort of opened that world up to me. He was a scientist, of course, so he looked at the earth in a way, but he had the ability in his heart to see the connections and then to write about those connections. So a couple of things that I wanted to share with you because of the poetry tonight. Poetry is the absolute beauty of the human heart, expressing emotions in a form that delights and leaves the reader with a feeling of contentment in one spectrum and a feeling of remorse in another. No other form of writing has the ability and power to inspire emotions that can be created through poetry. It is an association of words placed into a structure, weaving majesty and brilliance to create a text, immortalizing the paper upon which it is written, destined to be preserved for the ages. So all of us maybe we should renew our interest in reading poetry and perhaps trying our hand at writing poetry, because it is a way that we can express our innermost feelings. And for those of you that knew Ross and those of you that didn't know Ross, tonight maybe you know him a little bit better, and that he was really a great individual that really cared about helping people connect in much deeper ways to the planet, to the earth, and appreciated that and sharing that love. So, one of the, I would close with a poem that I have chosen, and he chose this poem to be sort of a signature poem, and after his passing, it's become a way in which I want to always honor Ross. Ross wrote this in memory of his mom, who passed away, and it became something that he wrote about again and again. And so I'd like to share that with you this evening. Wild Peace. I am grateful, so grateful for my life. I am a raw human who knows how to be whole. I am a curly-haired child walking over Piedmont hills, brushing against white, rounded oak loads, by myself, but not alone. Captivated by buttressed trunks and carpeted ravines, traversing the slippery bark balance of fallen logs, imagining the living space between rooted brown earth and light floating leaves falling at my feet. I will always be there, exploring creek edges and following fence lines, crunching and climbing to find the sheltered natural rooms, framed by branches and stone where I could behold the dancing being of cedars, the towering reach of oaks and beech, the cycles of green to copper leaves that shape the vessel of my soul. I finally know how I am to live, to fill my soul with awe, to live in wild peace. I truly thank you for coming.
Question.
Yes.
Tomorrow is his birthday.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I knew that, and I forgot to say that. Yes, and I guess another really great thing about Ross is his birthday is on April the 23rd, the moment after Earth Day. And so we celebrate that tonight also, because he's such a special person. So thank you for reminding me. So again, thank you so much for coming. And I hope that the poetry tonight that these young people have shared with you opens a whole new world to you of the natural. And so